Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about iron palm training. I want to expand on the one I did during the lockdown a little bit. So, hope I'm getting the frame here. So, you want to, last time I covered palm, pseudo, palm, back of the hand, elbow in two ways. Now you want to vary the height. Each set should be at a different height. And you also want to start with your non-dominant hand first and finish with your non-dominant hand. So if your goal was 40 reps, you would want to do 23, 24 with your non-dominant hand and finish with your non-dominant hand. So the first set, we would start off with your non-dominant hand. You would add one extra one, and then your non-dominant hand, switch back and forth, and then each one you do one or two extra reps with your non-dominant hand. This, and I'm just going to do one set to give you the gist of it, and then I'm going to switch you over to a tree here. Now normally you would work out with a tree that's approximately just about 10% bigger than your chest. Now I'm going to be grabbing a tree here there's going to be a tree here that's really big because it's close to the camera. Normally I would get a tree about that size, and you would get one, since I'm way bigger than average around the middle, you would get one smaller than I would take. You get one bigger than you are 10%. Reason being is most guys that attack you are cowards, and they're going to be bigger than you, so you need to get a tree that's bigger than your chest, because chances are that's the scumbag that's going to attack you. He's going to be bigger. He's looking for a weaker target. Although size doesn't mean much in a fight, for the criminals, stupid criminals, it does. And in this day of the devil worshiping, dope smoking, baby killing communists walking the streets, you never know when they're going to come get you. So anyway, let's start off with the different strikes, and we'll just go through them. I'll go through them all twice, and then we'll go to the tree. Now remember, the tree, when you're striking on the tree, because I'm going to do this, just go one to the other. When you're striking on the tree, you're not really aiming for along the center line. These are going to be slaps. They're going to be slaps to the groin, slaps to the head, and the slap to the side is actually going to mimic if you get laterally and you're hitting them in the solar plexus or the gut. So you'd want to do this, gut, and then to the nuts, and then clothesline up or elbow in. But anyway, that's what we're doing. We're not really doing straight on with any of these techniques. Now, if you're somewhere where you can jam this up against something so it doesn't move, or if you got a regular bag, the best height for a knife edge going horizontally is from here to about here. So what are the striking areas would be there? Solar plexus. You're not going to do much chopping somebody here. Throat, mouth will do a lot of damage. Nose will make them all teary-eyed, maybe break their nose. And then the temple and right here, you can shatter pretty easy. So let's go through it. And then let's go to the tree. Oops. So there's our fine tree. I can get it lined up here. I've actually just got this damn thing sitting on a trash can. So tradition says you line up. Like I said, this tree is actually too big for our purposes. You'd actually want one that's bending this way a little bit. like that one right there. That one's bending towards me. So, because that's somebody leaning into you. Hardly anybody attacks you going this way. They're coming in. So all you're doing is slapping. You really just want to get the reps in to get the movement down. Now, you want to wear gloves because you're going to tear your hands up. If you get more advanced, you want to grab and pull. And then you can actually pull the bark off once you get to a certain level. I highly recommend after you do this to get oil and rub it on your hands. The Chinese say use dit dao jiao. You can use olive oil or coconut oil, and it'll save your skin. But anyway, the same thing applies here. Like I said, if you want to get a tree leaning into you, for the sake of brevity, I didn't do that. Like I said, I would grab one of those trees that's actually leaning into you, because as a rule, the guys that are going to pick a fight with you are bigger, so it simulates their head as they're trying to bear down on you. Remember, a lot of it's psychological. Scumbags look for a weaker, shorter opponent. Like, I'm not real tall. I'm real wide, but I'm not real tall. And I don't get picked on a lot, ever, to be honest with you. But you will. So anyway, go through this, do this once a week, along with the fence training that I've showed you in other videos, and then 2 or 3 times a week, just hit a heavy bag to keep it's called greasing the groove. So you do that occasionally, and it keeps the reps down. So after you get all the old masters of old time said, it takes you about 5,000 repetitions till something becomes automatic, and then it takes about 100 reps of the same technique a month to keep it at that level. That's the same for, you can apply that to shooting, bowling, just about anything. You've got to initially put a whole lot of reps in, and then you can maintain it with much fewer reps. So anyway, hope you got something out of this. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. I'm out.